Can you see this? Yes, you can. So, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, I purchased this guitar from a guy in Sweden. This is a Washburn Dime 333 Dimeslime. When Washburn first released the initial Dimebag Darrell signature guitar back in 96 or 97, they had 3 different versions. They had the Blackjack, they had the Dime Bolt, and they also had the Dimeslime. My second ever guitar was a Washburn 333 Blackjack from that time. I don't have it left, but now here is a newer Dimeslime. This was made when? 04 probably. So I guess this was one of the last Washburn Dimeslimes that Washburn ever did. And the cool thing about this is that the guy that owned it, he knew what he was doing. He prepped it. See, he did this, which is, you know, Dimebag's thing. He would put like a soldering iron so he could get a better grip on these buttons right there. He also did this little, I wouldn't say it's an upgrade, but it's a precaution basically, where you would tape the sides of the neck pickup, because whenever you would do like a dive bomb and these pickups are uncovered, sometimes they could snap and get stuck underneath the coils of the pickup. So it was one of the few custom things that Dimebag did to his guitar, so they were faring better when playing live. This particular guitar has a Schaller Floyd Rose floating system right there. It initially came, or I don't know if the initial owner upgraded to Bill Lawrence 500 XL pickup. We have it right there. But in the guitar right now is a Seymour Duncan Dimebucker, and he let me have this 500 XL together with the guitar, which I thought was nice. There's an old limited warranty Guitar Club card right there, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, here's the old office in Mundelein, Illinois. Doesn't exist anymore now, does it? Also with this case was this Pantera wallet right there that has been fairly used by someone. Maybe he forgot it in there. That's okay. So I figured I would put on some new strings on this thing and shred it up, tear it up, Dimebag style, you know? So first things first, I'm gonna block off the bridge. So I'm putting on this right there. Put this little Hoshino block, or Hosko, sorry, not Hoshino. This little thing right there. It's made of rubber, so you can have the bridge rest on that while you remove all the strings of the guitar. Also, a lot of people have been asking me, what the hell happened with this guitar after the first time I showed it on my channel? And everyone's like, oh, he sold it or he did something. No, I didn't sell it. It's here. The problem I have is that I just have too many guitars and so little time to put attention to these guitars, and they deserve better. I know this. I wonder if I have a Dimebag set of DR strings somewhere, or GHS. I have to check. Also, I have to be really careful so I don't take too much time in these videos, because the batteries of the cameras, they run out faster than me switching strings on a guitar, which says a little bit about my skills in regards to changing strings. Oh, he did one of those things where you lock the string. You know, I think it's perfectly fine when you do this locking thing, when you lock the string with itself, but when you have to remove the strings, it takes a little bit more time. This is why I love locking tuners, by the way, so you don't have to deal with shit like this. But as of right now, my patience is getting thin, so here you go. I'm just gonna cut it like that. And that hopefully will, yes, thank you so much. Feels like I'm in Mission Impossible cutting the red wire right now. So one thing you'll notice when I'm gonna hold this guitar up for you in front of you is that the shape is not exactly what Washburn, or the initial Washburn Dime guitar was. It's a little bit different. I can't say exactly what it is, but I think it has something to do with this corner right here that doesn't, it makes it look a little bit different, I would say. And obviously, as you know, this is one of the imports of Dimebag's guitars. This is not a US made guitar. There are few of those left out there, and they're insanely expensive, and even to the point where these import guitars are getting more and more expensive. And sometimes I see these import guitars that were once like $7.99 to buy. Now they're like $3,000 up to $4,000. It's okay, Louise. We all work at this office.
Sorry.
You can. No, it's okay. It's okay. That's when I get my stationary setup, I will do it in another room. I won't disturb anyone. All right, so let's go take the Ola Englund Schultz guitar polishing cloth that you can get from Ola Englund Schultz shop. No, olaenglundshop.com. And wipe this thing off a little bit. And actually, the fretboard on this guitar is in a very, very good shape. And I imagine that the owner of this guitar actually didn't play this guitar that much, because I can't see too much wear on it anywhere. I mean, this is usually a spot where you would find dings and whatnot. I basically don't see anything, which is it's a good sign of an owner taking care of his guitar, and that I am a fan of. I mean, this fretboard looks very, very well maintained. I'm not going to clean it, however, I am going to condition it. So I'm going to put this little thing on it, which is like a deep conditioner. Do not swallow. It's basically oil. There we go. We work that in, and dude, that looks so good. That looks brand new, that fretboard right there. But look at that fretboard, how nice it is and vibrant looking. And while my ass is tingling, I can't take this call. I need battery life on my cameras. All right, so I'm thinking right now, what type of strings am I going to use for this? And I'm thinking good old 9-46. That would work. I would think that if I put this guitar into E flat, that will be nice and loose on the high end, and good enough for, you know, some stanky old pinch harmonics on the low end side of things, you know. So I'm gonna do a 9-46 set. So I'm gonna do this proper today. I'm gonna cut off the ball end of the strings before I put on the guitar. Sometimes I use the ball end here to lock, but people are just always complaining, you know. So I figured, let's do it like the way people want me today, and next time I'll go back to being Olaf Englund Schultz the Swede. I think we need some music in this place right here. No? What's the perfect changing string music for you guys? I think for me it would probably be some good like chill ambient music. Should I tune it? I should probably tune this to 425 hertz on the tuner today. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I get that true Dimebag tuning and Pantera tuning, which is like E flat and 425 hertz. Makes it a little bit more flat sounding than the regular, you know, E flat. With that I mean that it's lower in tuning. So it's a little bit in between regular E flat and the standard, okay? I think actually it had thinner strings on before, because I have to push it down the block a little bit, which means that there was probably a 42 set on before. Keep a little bow like this, so I have enough leverage to pull around the string and tune it, okay? That's my little trick right there. With the thinner strings, like, you know, 9 sets, it might be good to give a little bit more leverage, because they will slip. Hence why the previous owner locked the string with its own self. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you when I get to the high E strings how I'm going to do it, okay? So as you can see, a slight little bow. That's actually a lot of bow. Just so I have enough room for the string to come around a couple of twists on the tuning head, so it pushes itself a little bit, okay? And it locks itself. And dude, I cannot wait until I have a proper setup for changing strings. This is just, it feels very temporary. I need a good spot where I can have all my tools, and not where everyone sits and eat, but eventually, hopefully, thankfully, I'll get there. And okay, so on the Fender side of strings right now, I will probably give it more slack right here. So there's more leverage when I'm pulling the tuner like this. So it gives into its own pressure. So right here, I will probably just pull it like this much, maybe like that. And as you can see, I have an enormous slack on that one right now. In my opinion, it looks way cleaner. Okay, as you can see right there, it's pushing upside. That's the that's the purpose of the tuner and the form of the tuner. So it gives a proper push toward where the string goes. Some people will probably say that this is too much. I think it's perfect. Okay, so now this is where the challenge begins. This is the high E string. I would give it a lot of slack, you guys, okay? So wish me luck and hope that this does not slip right here. Winding up nice and tight. And it's actually winding up above because that's the string I'm stretching right here, but that's gonna come off eventually, okay? That's what I'm gonna cut off. So there you go, look at that. There you go. With a nice little curl like that. But then at least the string won't slip, which is the purpose of this. I think now if I'm gonna tune it to 250 Hertz, I have to tune it by my computer where I can set the tuner to 425 Hertz. So I'm not gonna use my ear tuning right now. I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna clip the strings and then we're off to play this guitar. I'm excited, man. It's a beautiful guitar. And here it is. I have it hooked up straight to my audio interface. The tuning is 425 Hertz in E. Okay, so it's E flat almost. Okay, are we gonna take a look at this thing? If you take a look at it, is there something look a little bit different? I think it's this. This curve right here is not necessarily how the US version looked like. So they probably did something to the to make it a little bit different because it is an import It's not necessarily as well playing as my USA Washburn Dimeslime guitars, but it's completely fine. I mean, the gloss neck is getting extremely sticky for me. Come on, flick that son of a bitch, Ola. Go. Hello. So yeah, there you go. That's the little my guitar video for the Washburn Dime 333 Dimeslime for you right there. This is an import model, obviously. And oh, I saw right now that there's a slight little ding-a-ding bomb right there. I'm not sure if that happened right now, to be honest. I think I checked before, but oh, that was probably there before. God damn it. And I was praising the earlier owner that he was taking care of the guitar, but he didn't. So there you go. If you like this video, maybe consider subscribing to my channel, put a thumbs up, get some merch from englundshop.com, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.